Welcome to Find Your Fortitude. I am sorry that I missed last week's recap. I'm trying to do a weekly recap of transitioning into a healthy lifestyle. Whether this is your first time or you've done it before, I honestly don't know which one's easier. I truly believe the first time you do it is easier because it's something new and exciting. Maintaining this lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, a balance of any sort is very difficult. So I want to just keep sharing with you some of my struggles that some of you I'm sure can relate with, and to help you know that you're not alone and that it's normal and that other people are going through the same things. So this is like this is a 2-week recap for weeks 4 and 5. Just saying that it's crazy to think how fast 5 weeks went by. I don't know if you've been keeping up since my first recap 5 weeks ago, but it just flies, and that's what happens when you focus on something and you try to stay as consistent as possible. It just flies. So you can either be like, man, I'm really making progress, or you can look back and be like, what the hell did I do these last 5 weeks? So week 4 was great in the sense that my workouts were great and my food was good. My issue was, and a lot of people can relate with this because I get this question a lot, you're doing all these things, you're eating healthier, you're working out more, you feel better overall, but you're not losing weight. At least you're not losing weight according to the scale. And that's normal because your body, though I don't know all the science behind it, but the process that your body goes through to lose weight, to lose fat, to burn fat, where it goes, all that stuff, like there's all the science behind it, and it just doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen like that, especially if you've been overweight for a significant amount of time and your body's not used to burning fat. So if you just put it in terms of that, your body's not used to burning fat. So why do you expect it to just start burning fat like that? So understand that it is a process, even though you may not be losing weight, and then therefore you may not be seeing the difference because you see yourself every day. So it's very hard to see minor changes. But you should be feeling better. You should be having more energy. You shouldn't be having as many cravings for sweets. You should be wanting to eat more, eat healthier. You should wanting to work out more. So don't get caught up on the number. And what happens is a lot of people go all in for a week, 2 weeks, and they don't get the results they want like that. And then they're just like, well, this is stupid, I give up. Well, that's stupid if you give up, because then how do you expect to achieve your goals? On the flip side, and so this is like where my week 5 recap's coming in, is that I wanted to focus on my nutrition. I wanted to count macros because I don't want to do keto. I don't want to do any crazy crash diet where like I'm starving myself. My body transitions best, I've noticed throughout the years, of following certain macros, eating more carbs, a moderate amount of fats, and pretty high protein. So with macros, it's good for 2 reasons. One, I make sure I get in enough food because sometimes I feel like lack of energy with how much I work out because I'm not eating enough carbs. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. You're just not eating enough. And again, with all the science behind it, for me personally, my body responds better when I'm tracking food and eating more, because I truly feel, and my body feels it, is that I'm fueling my metabolism. I think that a lot of people get stuck in this in between where they're eating too much to be starving themselves to be losing weight, and they're not eating enough to where they're fueling their metabolism enough to lose the weight, and not eating enough, but not eating enough right foods. So with me, I notice I don't eat enough right foods, and then I binge out on sugar. I have my sweets or I have my desserts at night, and that's just, it doesn't help your body because it's not like I'm not fueling it with what I need to. So a lot of people aren't eating enough. You're just not eating enough, and your metabolism's fried. So even though you may be exerting more calories, you may be burning more calories than you're consuming, you're not losing that weight because your metabolism is just not working properly. And that's why again, from personal experience, me having weight issues my whole life. And it's a struggle to maintain a healthy body type for myself because I love food so much and I eat food and I put on weight so easily. Tracking my macros holds me accountable, and I can feel, I know how I'm feeling. So if I'm feeling like lack of energy, I can increase carbs, or if I lack focus, I can increase fats. So stuff like that. That's another reason why it's so good to keep track of your macros. With that being said, a lot of people don't like to do it because they don't want to realize how shitty their nutrition is, and that's the truth. It's kind of like if you're just so in debt that you need to figure out your finances, but like you're so in debt, it's like, why even bother? And that's why you don't even want to look at your credit cards or your bank account, because it's just like, I don't even know where to start. Well, you got to start somewhere. You got to figure out what bills you need to pay, how you need to pay them, all that stuff. But it's the same with your nutrition and your foods. You need to know where you are, or you need to know what you're consuming so you can navigate there. And if you're losing weight and you're living a healthy lifestyle and you feel good about your body without counting macros, good for you. Like, you don't need to keep doing what you're doing. This is for people who have tried to eat healthy, work out more, but haven't been getting the results. Macros is huge because it holds you accountable. And so a lot of people that I work with, what are your macros? They're like, well, I'm eating this, this, and this. With macros, this is the important part. You need to track everything. A lot of people will track like the breakfast, eggs, oatmeal, lunch, chicken, rice, and then they're gonna have some chips throughout a bag of chips. Not track it because it's a snack, it doesn't count. And then they're gonna track their salad they had for dinner, but then they're not gonna track their dessert. It doesn't work like that. You need to track every single thing so you're aware of what's going into your body, and then we can adjust them. And it's very exhausting, it's very difficult if you eat out, blah, blah, blah. So you need to make an effort to meal prep your food or eat somewhere where they have the nutrition info, or just be more conscious of it. And again, now you don't have to go all in as soon as you start doing macros, because it's very overwhelming. But just start being aware of what you're eating. So if you go out to eat, just search your nutrition just to put it in a food calculator, a food journal, so you know what you're eating. And again, this is something that helps me because it helps me stay accountable, and it's easier for me to move around my macros depending on how I feel. How are you supposed to adjust what you're eating if you don't know what you're eating? So that's where I'm at right now. So that through 5 weeks, I feel great. It's like, I feel like I'm so far from where I want to be. But again, like I said, 5 weeks goes by like that. So I look back and I'm like, well, I have made a lot of progress. And that's what is so important. It's just the consistency and just moving forward and pushing in little steps, baby steps. So if you don't want to go all in with macros, or if you don't want to go all in with your nutrition, but what you've been doing is not working, just start being more aware of what you're eating and just try to track it. Because I promise you, if you look at what you eat and see the amount of most likely sugars and fats you're putting into your body on a daily basis, you're going to be a little concerned. It's going to be a wake-up call. So try that if you're struggling with that. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to check in with you guys after this week for week 6. Any questions, go to Real Mark Jansen, or better yet, Mark Jansen Fitness on Instagram, where I like to answer all the fitness and nutrition questions. Also, MJ Fitness app. But that is my week 4 and 5 recap. And I really hope this is helping, because it's so important, because it's a lifelong goal. There's no finish line, so it's very easy to get overwhelmed and not start, or keep delaying the start. But as long as like you're making an effort to live healthier and eat better and work out more, and just baby step by baby step, and you're gonna have weeks where you completely fall off, but don't give up. Keep pushing. You're gonna have special occasions. Go out for a birthday, go out for a friend, anything, and then you're gonna eat like shit that night. That's okay. The next day, keep going. Don't give up. The whole thing is just don't give up. Keep pushing. It is an everyday battle. Trust me, I know. I know some people make it look easy because of their genetics or whatever, or they just work out really hard, or whatever it is, don't compare yourself to others. If it's a struggle for you, embrace the struggle. Understand that you can control it, and it will be beneficial if you put in the time. And don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till you're like, I fucked up. And unfortunately, that's what happens with a lot of people. They wait till it's too late. So hopefully you don't wait till it's too late. You start making baby steps today. Start changing your lifestyle. Start living a more positive and more healthy lifestyle. And hopefully you can just find your fortitude every single day. Let's have a great week, guys. Have a great week.